Hey guys, it's Monty with XS Sights, and today we're going to do an install of the new Sig R3D 2.0s. So what we have here is a Sig 320 slide and a set of suppressor height R3D 2.0s. Same installation method whether it's the standard height or suppressor height. So we've already field stripped the handgun and we've removed the sights that were on it. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and clean everything up. We're going to use a little bit of, in this case we're using Lucas Oil Gun Cleaner because we buy it by the case. Birchwood Casey's Gun Scrubber works really good too. I have been known to use brake cleaner from the auto supply. Rubbing alcohol works pretty good, and you know, if you are married or have a girlfriend and can sneak the fingernail polish remover, you can use that too. Basically all we're going to do is remove any kind of oil, grease, debris from the dovetail cuts as well as the sights here momentarily. Haven't had enough caffeine, or maybe too much, hadn't decided yet. Okay, as we've mentioned in our previous install videos for the R3D 2.0s, these are designed to be easily installed with a sight pusher. I don't have one that I like for using on SIGs here in the office, so we're going to do this with a hammer and a punch. If you do have a sight pusher that you're happy with, they'll go in with that. Also, as we've mentioned in the previous R3D 2.0 install videos, these definitely have a definite lead in. It'll kind of start and go a little way from that direction, but the lead in is actually on this side. It'll come in a little bit further. I'm going to very carefully use a hammer and a punch. I want to catch just the male dovetail. I don't want to hit on the blade. That could cause me to break the front sight. Don't want to do that, so we're going to stick the punch right up on the male dovetail and drive it in place with a hammer and a punch. And I'm just going to visually center the sight in the slide. Same thing with the rear sight. We want to make sure that we have the tritium lamps and the serrations going towards the shooter. And again, it'll kind of start on this side if I can get everything to line up. But I'm way better from the other side. In this case, just the tolerances between the sight and the slide are such that it'll slip most of the way in. In fact, I can actually get it in under finger pressure. That's okay. It'll be just fine. Rear sight on the Sig has a single set screw. I'm going to, again, visually center everything up. Take my hex key, tighten my set screw, and grab a tube of Loctite and apply red Loctite. I'm going to put a drop on each side of the dovetail. On this rear sight, I don't have any brass marks on my rear sight right now. As you guys saw, it went in place under finger pressure. My front side, I've got some brass marks. I don't have any gun cleaner right here with me. I'm not going to apply Loctite right there right now because that Loctite will help hold the brass in place, and I don't want that. I'm going to clean that up here in a little while. So I'm just going to, in this case, apply it on the other side. It will creep down into the cracks and crevices. It will be fine. Although once I get a chance to get some cleaner and get rid of my brass marks, I'll clean it. I'll apply a drop of Loctite on that side. We'll be back in a few minutes and clean off the excess Loctite. All right, guys, we're back. As you can see, I got some cleaner. I fixed my brass marks and applied some Loctite. We've given it 5, maybe 10 minutes. Thanks to Movie Magic, you didn't have to wait that long. So we're going to go ahead and clean up what Loctite didn't creep into the dovetails. And that's just a simple matter of using some Q-tips. Lots of Q-tips. We go through a lot of Q-tips here. And get rid of all the excessive Loctite that's on top of the slide. Like I said, I go through a lot of Q-tips. All right, final thing I'm going to do, I know the R3D 2.0s have a black nitride finish, which is extremely corrosion resistant. I still like throwing a little bit of oil on them just as that extra little bit of chance to keep everything from corroding. We're here in Texas this time of year. We're recording this in August, early September, and it's still 100 degrees outside. If I were carrying this right up against my body, it would get covered in sweat, and I would rust it solid in fairly short order. Just a little bit of oil goes a long way to help give that extra little bit of corrosion resistance. Same thing on the rear. When I reassemble the gun here in a little bit, I'll add some more oil everywhere, including the outside of the slide, give it a good wipe down with a rag, and be ready to go into service. All right, there we go.